Okay, looks like I'm ready to go. Since I don't know if anybody here watching saw my live stream yesterday, but I did mostly all my tier 10s. Today is going to be a little similar to that. I'm going to try to stick with most 10s, only because that's usually what I prefer to do. And if for whatever reason I get kind of tired of 10s, I'm going to pop down to a few different tanks, but I actually forgot to play the T62A yesterday, so I'm going to start out with that. Yeah, it's not a T62A, I really like the tank, but for whatever reason I just kind of forgot that I had it yesterday. I guess that kind of happens when you have as many tanks as I do, or some other people who play the game as long as I have. Ruinberg, though. Not exactly a great matchup for me, only because they have 3 tier 10 TDs and then the E100 if you want to count him as high alpha guns. And then they also kind of outnumber me with the fast mediums for tier 10. Even that E50M might be able to help me. But I'm actually going to dive in right in the middle. Since I'm kind of alone here, I don't want to go into 9 and 0 line, because that usually ends badly for me. And I don't want to go too far towards the 1 and 2 line, just because it's generally where the game slows down a little bit and you're really just slugging it out with people. T62A, since it has a low alpha gun with 320 damage per shot, you kind of need to prevent getting in peek-a-boom fights with people. So let me see if I can't pop all around this corner, get a quick little cheap shot off. Yay. I thought I would have been able to get a nice quick shot off of them going through that gap, but that JP100 ruined that for me. Looks like all their heavy hitters are over here, though. I thought I had enough of my hole hidden, but I guess I didn't. That's a tank I don't want to see there. That E3 is gonna tear me apart. Sorry IS-4 for backing in front of you, but I want to hide. Really? Okay, I need to get out of here. I know running we should. And I'm dead. I didn't think... Who killed me? Okay, the E100 killed me, but I forget who shot me before, but I thought I would have been able to squeak by there without getting shot. I just wanted to kind of try to run away, but I suck. Good way to start the day off is getting in a fight with things that do twice the amount of damage as you per shot. So I'm gonna hop to the 183 over here. Didn't really have good success with this last night, but hopefully my luck improves. Now, the 183, a lot of people hate facing it because yes, it can one-shot quite a bit of tanks with its HES shell, and its AP shell isn't bad either, I just kind of like the Hesh because kind of like the gamble every now and then. But even though it has that great one-shot capability, it's really a one-trick pony. It has really bad gun depression, bad armor, bad aim time, bad accuracy, bad shell velocity. So pretty much you're just relying on you actually hitting where you want your shell to go, and you really have to keep in mind that you can't really go to many places because you are a rear turret tank, and you also have that bad gun depression to start with anyway, so it really limits the spots that you can go to and effectively play. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad tank. I love this tank, but if you know how to drive it, where to go, you can kind of do very well. But if you don't really account for the gun depression, the accuracy, and all that, then you will struggle. Now, it looks like we have a decent amount of people in the middle and the right side if you're looking at the mini-map, so I'm just going to sit here for now. I don't want to move too far up, but I also don't think I'm going to be able to actually hit these guys in the middle. So I just want to wait and see where their actual push is. They can't all be in the middle here. Or I guess that's the only place where they're actually going to want to push up. See, I'd really like to actually push up and help somebody, but I can't fight in the middle of the map. Over on the other side, I could push up the 7 line a bit, but then again, I'm going to be shot from the hill since we don't have that, and I'm going to be shot from the middle in front of me, basically a lot of areas. So right now, I'm just kind of holding back, see what happens. We're not down by that much, so I don't want to make anything worse by me moving over there and then something else going wrong. But it will suck if we lose this Pershing. I don't know why he's continuing to push up. But if he's pushing up, I'm gonna try to stay a little bit behind him. Well, he's dead.
We've lost a track.
I didn't think I'd be spotted from back here, but I think that Object 704 got me. But that's the good thing of the FV, you can one-shot things. I don't know why these guys moved up with me, but whatever. Okay, I didn't want to move further up where they were because I knew that that was a bad idea. I didn't want to be spotted to begin with, but that's what happens. This doesn't really have good camo. And I missed them. Gotta love that accuracy. But I'm just gonna keep moving back. Ah, fuck you, IS-8. And fuck myself for shooting. I always end up doing that. I click right when somebody else is firing. But it's just a bad habit I have. Come on. Oh, you are so lucky. I must have hit him in his side, a little bit too low. I was like, really? You're showing me your side armor? Oh, and I hit his track. Why not? Figured I'd give that a shot. But I'm pretty sure that we have taken out most of the tanks over here. Maybe not.
Gotcha.
Goodbye. Just want to sit back and hopefully they keep coming one by one and I can take them out.
Gotcha.
There we go. Now if they had pushed on us all at one time, they probably would have killed us. But I'm down to one Hess shell. Luckily I have like 650 in my depot. And I'm still just gonna sit back. I'm gonna let that E100 spot them. These guys, good cover too. But gonna let my team be my armor since all three of them have better armor. Even at IS-8, it's kind of the same there. Ooh, nice shot. Okay, let's just stick over here. Alright, let's see where they come from next. It looks like the medium was going back. Okay, I was about to say, with that one going back, I highly doubt they would push over there. Aha, I didn't even see that leopard. And yes, I know, I'm just sitting in the back camping, but Whatever. Whatever gets me a win. Okay, so I should be able... Okay, that 62's running away. I can actually go up and get this leopard. I'm just going to stay in a position that if he does flank me, the E1 Hunter can... don't know if I'll be able to aim in time. Definitely not. Definitely need to save our E100 over there, the TD. Just hold out, dude.
Enemy hit.
Oh, there's one hit. Should be able to ram him to kill him now. If he lets me. There we go.
Destroyed.
And that's a close match, but a win's a win. So, we actually won Ruinberg. Overall, that GP really did a fucking awesome job at 8,000 damage. Just under 4,000, not too bad, but I did miss quite a few shots. I'm going to be back in 1 second. I just need to step out for a second here. I'm just trying to set up my second laptop so I can see comments here. Okay, almost done. Looks like it's just about set up. Okay, so next up, let's try the T62A again, just because that was a pretty bad match. Okay, so a little bit better map. Granted, there's still a few big TDs, but I can deal with them. I kind of like going from the south side on this, only because I really like from the south where the red flag is on the minimap right now. I like going to F2 and kind of harassing people, but from this side, in this tank, I'm gonna go left just because they have 3 mediums and we have 2 mediums, at least for tier 10, so I'm kind of gonna be needed over here just because we're outnumbered to begin with. Okay, so that guy is real quick to calling people AFK. Granted, E100 might be, but still, give the guy a little break. Yeah, crap. Is that lovely gun depression of the 62A helping me out here? Ooh, don't want to go over there. But I will head around this corner. I didn't see anybody come down here, so it should help out. Okay, let's go back down here. Never mind, just wanted to make sure though. Oh no! Got him to turn though, that's my main goal here. I want them never mind, I already see that 103. I was about to say, I want them focused on me so these other guys can get some shots off. But it looks like I'm actually gonna have to get shot at now. So I'm gonna use this little hill as cover. I'm not really worried about the Foch. I just want to get down here so I'm a little bit safer from Artie. Yeah, there might be a SPG up there, but I'm not too worried about him. Let's just keep on going. But our team, I wasn't expecting us to hit them that hard to begin with, but they lost quite a bit of HP to start the match with. I guess he moved. Or he didn't, and I just missed him, but I'll take it. So not a bad match. Our team definitely spread the damage around, and that's when you have these really lopsided matches, is when everybody pitches in. So overall, not a ton of damage, didn't really block much or spot much either, but a win's a win. Let's switch things up though. I'm feeling like playing the mouse. Now the mouse, yes, it's a really old tier 10. Yes, it is slow, and its armor kind of sucks if you're looking at it like kind of directly. But if you know how to angle it, you want to angle your hull and your turret, it actually can be pretty damn good. Its armor still has a few holes here or there, which you can find a weak spot guide on Watt Guru for it, but overall it does its job well. Has a ton of HP, ton of armor. Its gun hits hard, but it doesn't have a lot of DPM. But when you actually look at the gun, when you combine the HP and armor with it, or just the HP alone, you can pretty much solo most tier 10s alone, except for something like a Waffle Trager 100. That thing, it can solo anything if it's reloaded. However, like say you're facing like a STB1 in the mouse, and you both are loaded and trade shot for shot. Mouse will actually kill the STB1. I think it's like 10 seconds or so, I forget, before the STB1 actually can kill the mouse. That's just judging off of average damage numbers. And I know that's not for every situation, since both tanks are completely different, and STB1 might run away or something like that, but just going off of raw numbers, all penetrations, the mouse will still win. Now for most maps, I always try to go to spots where I have a bit of buildings around me, just so I can kind of angle my armor from around corners, and I know where people are coming from. I don't want to be caught out in the open where I could be hit by an arty. Did not want him to hit me. Come on, T32, go back there. That's one of the main problems with the mouse, is when you're actually trying to shoot somebody, that's when your turret armor is the weakest. And I can't take too many more shots from this E3. So we have plenty of guys here who could roll around and help me, but it looks like they're focusing on other areas. Holy crap, why are they pushing up that road? Aw, T-32. Just be patient, don't go! What the hell? I don't want to have to move up. Well, we have to fucking go now, T-57. And now you're gonna be fucking obliterated. I can't help you over there. I'm not going out in that street. We'll take him out real quick. This is a mess though. Their team's working together very well, but our team isn't really. I want to turn around, but I know that E3 is going to shoot me. I'm gonna have to do something because I'm about to die. And I'm dead. Not much you can do there though. Hey, we're at their flag though. There's something, but our team, we're balled up pretty good, but then we start separating and it all fell apart from there. I was content with just holding my little corner and kind of keeping the E3 and the other tanks busy, but it just seemed like everyone kind of scattered and we ended up losing. Alright, so not a good start so far. Let's swap over to the 100. Okay, so Siegfried line, I'm gonna head left around this little lake here. I'm gonna try to slot myself right in that road if everything goes well. Hopefully one of their faster tanks doesn't beat me to it. But right at the bottom of E6, it works from either side. I just kind of want to get myself in there so I'm able to dictate people pushing down the 5 and 6 line. People pushing down the 6, 7, and 8 line. You have shots on pretty much everyone, but at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. You can shoot at people from a lot of different places, but at the same time, if your team doesn't help you hold it, either by being near you or in the road with you, you could easily be overwhelmed. So it's really hit or miss. I find more often than not, though, unless if the team has a really good platoon. Not sure about them, but generally tongue-tied there. Platoons will actually go there because they know it's a pretty important spot on the map. But if the enemy team has no platoons, then usually it's kind of free. Now I'm gonna try actually to slip around this E75. It's a little risky going here, but from this side, you really just have to watch this corner right here on the right. The buildings, the way they are set up, it's actually safe to go in from this side, but not from the other side. And that was a terrible shot on my part. Actually, I think I hit a nut on my desk and it made my mouse move. I don't know what the hell's down there. But let's go say excuse. See what this 113 does. Okay, that E100's trying to flank him. Really? Thank you so much, fucking E75. It's like, had a shot on him, but you just had to go and drive right in front of me. Thank you. Now, there's this waffle over here, so I want to be kind of cautious. There he is. He's probably the last one in that line now. Got an HE shell loaded up for you, buddy. But let's just keep going after him. I know he has maybe 1 or 2 shots left, but fuck it. I hate these things. No, I hit the lip. No! There we go. Now that was a really stupid part, or stupid decision on my part, but I killed him. Hopefully our team pulls out the win because that was really dumb. Okay, so definitely do not try that. I kinda got a little overconfident, but if I hadn't hit that lip, I could have kept going, kinda get closer to him and use him as armor, but I don't know what's really happening today. I'm kinda hitting things and missing a lot of shots. So, let's change things up a bit. A lot of people are talking about the Chivery. It is a little bit of a painful stock grind. Now this is Elite It. I'm using the 3-round autoloader, which some people say they think that the intermediate gun, basically the same gun but without the 3-round autoloader, is better, but in my opinion, I kind of like the Chivery. Yes, it's very large. Yes, it has no armor, but it just kind of works. Now, I don't have a great win rate with it for whatever reason, but I do find myself doing a decent amount of damage a game, and I don't find it to be lacking in any one area. The only thing that I would like it to have is a little bit stronger turret armor, but it didn't have that in real life, so good luck with getting that. But once you get it fully upgraded, it is pretty fast for its size. It's not good at turning, it bleeds a lot of speed, but in straight lines it's pretty mobile. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but in no way is it slow. See if I can't catch something off guard and hit it here. No luck there. And thanks for hitting me, buddy. You're a lot heavier than me. Alright, so I'm gonna move up, hug this wall here. It's a lot easier to do coming from this way. It's a lot easier to attack from this side coming from north to south than it is going south and north. Guess he didn't know that I had autoloader. Okay, no one's on that corner, so let's just keep moving up here. There's a ton of them on the hill. Two tanks, one clip. Yes, I know there's a dog there. Uh-oh, he notices me. Okay, now I'm kind of stuck here. I don't want to get hit by that T-29. Okay, Hellcat. Oh fuck, he can still shoot me. I will take you out. And before that T-29 focuses back on me, I'm gonna follow this Hellcat down here. If only there was a little road to go right there. Oh shit. I'm actually gonna run away from him. No! Reload! Reload! Oh, just in time. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Fuck, and I missed him. Where are you going? Where are you going? Finally got that 6th kill. Getting a little lucky here, but I'll take a little bit of luck thrown my way. Chi-Re's are really just a balancing act of pumping out your 3 shells and getting the hell out of wherever you're shooting from. But it's a pretty good tank if you don't play it how it appears like it would play. It looks like a heavy tank, but you really have to play it as kind of a flanker. Even though it's big, I kind of like to take pot shots at people, and later on I'll kind of dive in and use my size and HP to my advantage. And by size I mean ramming little tanks. But pretty damn good match. Just over 2,000 damage, 6 kills, giving me a Top Gun award. And my armor didn't really block anything, as you see here. Just give me 1 second though. Only because people were talking about the E75 in chat. I'm gonna hop into that and change up the pace a bit. Definitely a bit different. Well, a lot of E100 TDs out there today, unfortunately. I wish these people would go away. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to town. I don't want to go to the south unless if our team ignores it. Okay, good. T-57's going down there. I'm gonna go to town. E75, great armor, especially when you angle it. You don't want to angle too much, only because the sides, as you see, are very flat, which, even though the armor is good all around, since the sides are flat, if you get shot head on like this from somebody in the side, they will penetrate you more times than not. So you just want to angle enough to where you increase your frontal armor enough to where tier 10s bounce off of you, but you don't want your side armor to actually drop below that magical, say 75 degrees, where you auto bounce a lot of AP shells. Always want to go on the edge of the map here, or else you run the risk of being shot a lot. You still get shot at a bit. Oops. I need to go one more household down. I'm actually gonna cut hard left here. Hopefully I don't get killed. I want to set up right behind these buildings here. Viscous kinda prevents them from pushing too far over without somebody actually seeing them cross the road. I get some free shots on them and I can angle decently as well. I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't track me or pop out and shoot me, but it is what it is. Anybody want to help me? It would have been nice if one of those three guys popped out and helped me, but whatever. Okay, so let's just watch this guy obliterate somebody for a second. So you see these things can pump out quite a bit of damage. But our team's doing pretty well still. Although it looks like he's reloading now. Be interesting to see who actually tries to push on these two. But it seems like this match is wrapped up. Let's hop into a different tank. I just wanted to see that guy pretty much destroy any tank that came into him, but it seems like the people are a little bit smarter than give him credit for. Let's hop into the STB-1. Now, STB-1 has great stats on paper. The problem with it, though, is it's a little bit sluggish for a medium compared to something like a T62A. But the main problem is its accuracy. The accuracy on it is just bad enough to where you miss a lot of shots at right around 200 meters and more. You can't really pinpoint weak spots, and the aim time's a little low, and just moving your turret and hull really makes your aiming circle bloom a lot. Okay, so that guy's pretty mad. I don't know why he's mad. He's a frickin' Jaeger Tiger in a tier 10 match, but whatever. So with this thing, I'm gonna... Ooh, sorry, 50M. I didn't see him till I picked my route. Hoping... Okay, there's some people going that way. I just want to run up the line over here, kind of play as a support tank, even though nobody's really going to the spot I would hope that that PZ4 is. I was kind of hoping one of the other fast tanks would get in the B3 and hold them, basically where that AMX is now, hold them from actually pushing over into B1. Too late for that, though. Okay, so plan B. Plan B, I am gonna hop up to a building over here. Give me a decent amount of cover. A little bit risky going past the little rail cars there, but I should be able to get over here without being shot at. Really? Just my luck. Don't even think he aimed, he just point and clicked. He hit me right... Oh, where the fuck did he hit me? Oh well. Another fucking engine. Sometimes you get lucky popping out when people aren't exactly aiming where you are, but Other times you get hit in the fucking engine. Okay. So, I'm just gonna sit here, I guess. Can't really push out in either of these tanks. Our South's not doing too great. I'd like to run away, but my engine is damaged. Yeah, the people in the West are losing this? Really? Oh, great. But this pretty much sucks. I probably should have went with the other mediums, or... Yeah, let me push out. I've tried to push a few times, but without someone in the B3, it's pretty pointless. Maybe if I keep my engine up here, I won't get shot. Granted, as I guess remembered, you don't have any gun depression over the back of your tank. But I probably could have made it to B3 by myself, but I've tried it a few times in M48A1, and I haven't been able to cross from D3 to B3. I just get hit hard once I get spotted by a light tank going there, and I get killed from B5. Okay, it doesn't look like... Okay, he's moving back. Run away! Finally! I was a little lucky there, finally. Didn't think that he could hit me from there, but... I don't know. Okay, so this is gonna suck. Hey, he missed. Something good has happened this match. Come on, butt. Darn. I saw the poach was aiming for me, so I had to angle away from him, but there's no way we could have won this. Alright, let's see if I can switch into a tank that I usually perform well with. I'm gonna just go with the E5 here. Trusty old E5. Now this is a complete opposite of what happened yesterday. I did pretty well yesterday. I only won, I think, 11 matches and I lost 7, but I still did pretty well as far as damage goes. And I got a few lucky shots off. I blind shot it in my T92 and obliterated a frickin' T57. I penetrated him with a HE shell. Today, don't think that would happen. Probably missed by a few miles. Okay, so there's only one arty here, but the M53-55 is pretty good. So I have to be careful. I'm gonna try to push up the D2. hopefully my team kind of supports me and I don't get mobbed. I don't want to go over to the right side just because they have those two nasty TDs. Usually the TDs, especially the E100 there, just like to sit in the forest, can't really see them, but they'll hit you if you try to push. So I'm going to try to push into D2. Looks like this T57 is going to go all the way up, and hopefully we can go from there. Okay, so he's not going to push into D2. Don't know what this guy is really thinking. And there's an invisible TD up there. Ooh, there's two of them. Let's see if I can't save him from dying. Those things in their camo are fucking ridiculous.
Ready to fire. Target released. Critical hit.
Oh no!
Armor is hit.
Really want to kill this guy though.
That one didn't go through.
But I have this TD, him, got people all around trying to kill me.
Penetration.
Come on, 5 HP? Really? Yeah, that worked out pretty well though. Just really wanted to kill him and break up our little stalemate before we get flanked here.
Ricochet. Armor tracks is damaged.
That was
We're
close.
immobilized. We're done for.
And I'm dead.
Everyone get out.
Yeah, that was kind of my fault. I should have moved more to the left to hide from Artie. But those frickin' tier 8 TDs, whatever the hell they're called, RHMB, WT, those things, they're fucking camo. They need to do something with those.
Wir sind bewegungsunfähig.
Doesn't look too good for us here though. But what can you do? Okay, so bad luck continues yet again. But at least in this match, I didn't do too bad here. Maybe I did do pretty bad. Just 1600 damage, and I only spotted a little bit too. Alright, so yet another tier 10. Let's see how my luck goes. T110E3, I really like this tank though. Okay, so Himmelsdorf. Encounter though, I'm probably just gonna go to the hill, especially with all of these 10s, but T110E3, I actually like matches, or maps where it's a little bit more open. I can fight people at long range, only because you can really hide that lower glacis behind little hills, and at long range it's harder to hit it. The T110E3 really works well at long range. Your accuracy is a little iffy though, but I'd much rather soak up a ton of damage and rely on that insane penetration TDs get at tier 10 than to get up close and be flanked and or just people shoot through my lower glacis and penetrate me. Since there is already, I know that at least the M53s can hit me right where that AMX is right now at the top of the hill, so I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to try to move up. Just, that object 104 is pushing pretty damn hard. If they can hold that spot and keep him down there, which that bat chat's not moving up, I'm actually going to move up with him. Come on guys, we gotta help these guys out since they actually took some pretty good spots for us. Now this is how you fight for the hill. You pin the enemy back and you take the damn thing instead of letting them push up into you. Problem is, now they're centralized there. Should we want to sit there, 62? Really need to get that 183 out. That's why I took that shot. I'll take some HP damage if it means killing a dangerous tank. Although, I don't know why these guys are continuing to want to push, but I don't want them to die. I want to get through here. Okay, the T110E3 just fired. Holy shit. He's gonna hit me and pen me. No, or not. I just wanted to angle a little bit, so hopefully it hit my track and it worked.
Track repaired. Drive on. Armor is damaged.
Now, time to hide. Very bad spot there. Thank you, teammate, for saving me, though. Don't stop backing up. He can't hit you there. might want to hit his lower glacis because it's really angled for me being higher than him. But I hit right on the beak there, which is the strongest part of his armor, thickness-wise. So hopefully they can take him out. Oh shit. I was like, oh, hopefully he's not aiming at me. I got a little lucky there. If he would've took me out, I would've died. Or pretty much if he would've hit me with anything, I would've died. Because most likely he was not using HE. Okay, bad chat. Who's gonna take the shot? Oh, come on, FE. You knew that you couldn't do that. I was about to say with that FE there, I would have went around and took the shot for him, but he went a little too quick for me. But I keep APCR just for E100s that try to shove their face in. Okay, that was already. I was about to say who the fuck hit me, but just for E100 to shove their face in me. APCR is a little bit more reliable. You can punch through at the flattest part of their frontal glacis when they're doing that. Sometimes when you try to hit the flat part of their turret, it doesn't really work out and you end up hitting their gun. So they're all over there. I was kind of hoping at least one person would have stayed with me, but I guess nobody likes me. Help! Help! And I'm dead. But still won the match, I hope. Hopefully they can take these guys out, but never know. I'm gonna hold my breath here. But as you see at close range, even something that's not very fast as the FV215B, it can still flank you, it can go through your weak spots since they're very easy to hit up close. Hopefully this guy did not go up the hill because it's going to take a while to actually finish this match if that's the case. We shall see though. Whoever finds him, he found him first. I was about to say, hopefully they don't have low HP, because he's still at a decent amount. Shoot him! And he died. I think that's the second time in this match that IS-4 has jumped off there. Oof! Nice shot. Alright, so pretty decent match. Just over 5,000 damage. Finally had a good game here. Granted, I still end up dying, but blocked just over 2,000 damage too, which is pretty nice. And thank you for channeling some luck to me, Marcus. Alright, so next tank up, let's drop down to tier 5. I forgot to put equipment on this thing. Or I don't think I had enough money at the time. Now the reason why I run this setup for the SU-85I is I want to improve the gun. That's the only good thing about this tank. And I want to improve that very bad view range. Pretty much at tier 5, this tank destroyer, since it is a premium tank, it is gimped a bit. has a lot of HP problems, has no armor. Its mobility's okay, but it's not anything like amazing, and it has aim time, accuracy, and shell velocity problems. So it's a great tank to buy based on those things. But what it does have is it's not terrible at anything, but it's not good at anything either. It's kind of in the middle for most things, which can be good, but most of the times I find it to be bad for this tank just because you're so frail and your lack of view range really compounds that problem.
Convoy.
I have like a little glowing halo around my aiming reticle. I didn't notice that on other maps, so maybe it's just because Ruinberg is on fire. So for Frail TD, I'm gonna go down E2. E2, it does help if you have armor going down this road, but at the same time, a lot of enemies don't try to push down E2. So you actually can kind of set up there and dictate the pace. If you go over to E1 though, it's a little bit harder to round that corner without getting shot. Let's just get in the cap. I just wanna get them moving this way. I don't want to sit in a cap because somebody's bound to be heading down one of these roads. Really? I had a shot, but he pulled in front of me. Okay, so they are definitely pushing down this.
Есть попадание. Двигатель поврежден. Уничтожен.
Ammo rack.
Есть пробитие. Готов.
The fuck? I freaking mixed up my medkit and repair kit, so I'm sitting there tapping 4 like, why is it coming up like that? Okay, they're already really focusing on this area. So I still have a bit of HP. I can hopefully move on up here.
Пробитие. Уничтожен.
T-34, I knew he didn't have a derp gun, so I was safe. Did not want to get hit by like an M4 rounding a corner, but T-34, I can take his shot. Figured I'd try to get a shot off, but missed. So overall, not a great game, but still a pretty quick win. Just over 600 damage, which is decent at tier 5. It's not like spectacular, but as you see here, the credit making for it, you gotta kind of take the mission out there, but it's not great since it's a tier 5 premium. The only reason I would get this tank is if you want a cheap Soviet premium tank destroyer to train your crews in, But even then, there's only 4 crew members here, so it's not that useful in my opinion. It's an okay premium, but whole armor sucks. Speed limit, kinda, it's good, but your engine isn't very strong at the same time. And then your gun here, your gun's pretty good, but the accuracy and aim time really hurt it, and the shell moves very slow. But let's move on to the IS-7. IS-7's a pretty good public tank. Okay, it's a pretty good public tank, but not against tier 10 tank destroyers. They can kind of chew your armor apart, but I will work with it. I'm actually going to go south here. The IS-7 doesn't work well on slopes due to its gun depression, and it's not very good going on soft ground, but I don't want to go to the town because in a kind of slugging match against the E100, Negative Panzer E100, or the Waffle E100, you really struggle in this tank. They can just bite right through your armor, they can hit harder than you, one can delete you in a few seconds, and it just doesn't work out too well. So I want to hopefully avoid them for now, but I'm gonna see how that works out. Going south though, I'm hoping I can get down to H9 kind of safe, and then from there I'm gonna push down into K9 and then come out into the 0 line. I don't want to come up any steep slopes at the enemy, only because I won't be able to hit them, but I'm gonna take a little risk here. I'm gonna hope that none of their big tanks are gonna aim at me, but I'm actually gonna go on the left side, because a lot of times the enemy doesn't watch the left side of the tracks. They kind of expect you to be on the right side. But as long as if my team pushes with me, I should be okay. Oof. A lot of tanks up here. This is going to be interesting. Hello, T-54. Holy shit, how the fuck did I bounce that? It'd be nice if I had some help here. I guess they're all content with me, dying. Thank you very much. And yes, I was using premium rounds there because the IS-7's pen kind of sucks for a tier. It's not bad for a tier 10, but compared to other tier 10s, it's very low. So dealing with that E50, I wanted to definitely get him out. And yay, ammo rack, his turret fell off. Holy shit, he has 1 HP. HE shell. You're still alive because I actually pushed up with you. We definitely took a big risk, but it paid off pretty well. Granted, I got set on fire, but I'm still alive. And that is why you carry at least one HE shell. Don't worry about bouncing, just hit them and kill their low HP. But pretty much I carry them for the German TDs, the lightly armored ones, and artillery sometimes if I remember to load it up, but mainly low HP tanks. Now the enemy already should be over here. It'd be nice if our people behind us kept moving up, but they saw that TD and they kinda all stopped. But if we can get him out, that'll definitely help. And I hit his front armor. Nice accuracy there. Okay, so they did see me. I didn't think that I was spotted just yet, but... well, I guess since I'm gonna be the one to spot here, I should move up. At the same time, I can't move up too far, because I'm gonna get focused on by a lot of party. This kinda sucks. And I guess took my HE shell away. Nice to kill that waft. And it flew high. And I'm dead. I guess I called him out. Like, what the fuck? Is that guy even doing anything? But definitely seems like our team... I don't know. I don't think that... like, just reading the chat briefly, it didn't seem like one of our arties was actually playing. Okay, so I guess somebody's crying. Alright, enough watching that boring shit. On to better fortunes in the FV215B. Now this tank, oh look, there's a wargaming person over there, but and yes, someone just said they noticed a lack of Sixth Sense, but I don't have that on some of my tanks. I guess I really don't feel like paying to put it back on there. I have it on some of the ones where Sixth Sense came out and actually put it on them and trained it up, but others I just kind of started out with other crew skills and I kept it that way. It's something where I do find it to be useful, I'll admit that, but at the same time I can kind of tell when people can see me. In that match there with the IS-7,
Let's go.
well, yeah, I do believe in using it Zen, but for some tanks like the IS-7, I use that crew in my KV-5 as well. I'd rather have other crew skills. Like, yeah, I didn't know that it already hit me on the first time, but after that I kind of realized that the JP was spotting me. So, in tanks like the E5, I think I have it in, E3, those kinds of tanks where it doesn't have very good side armor and I'm moving around a lot more, I'll actually want it. But with the IS-7, usually I'm fighting kind of close range to people because I don't like to fight too far away in that. I kind of know that I'm spotted because I'm right next to people. Okay, now gotta keep an eye on where these TDs are going. What the fuck? And you don't have too many shells in this, so you don't want to waste too many like I've been. Let's see if I can't squeak across here. Okay, so this sucks. Come on, please survive. Okay, darn. I was kind of hoping that would work, but oh well. But it seemed like our team definitely got picked apart there. As far as side scraping with the 215B, it doesn't really work at all. It's like, it helps a little bit, but more or less I side scrape just to stick my gun out. I don't really care about the angle that much because whatever hits you in the side, the way the hole's set up, it's gonna do damage to you unless if it just hits your tracks. So my main goal is just to stick my tracks out there. Hopefully not my hole, but more or less the way I side scrape in the 183 and 215B is just trying to get a shot off, then hiding. I'm not there just to improve my armor. It's more or less just to make my silhouette a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's see how this goes. As you see, I do have a bit of AP. Granted, it's not great, and most of the time I just stick with HE, but still like the AP at times. Now, KV2 is definitely good fun as the top tank, since it can one-shot a lot of things, but being a low man on the totem pole is a little bit harder now that they got rid of its heat round. So I'm actually going to see where everybody's going. Looks like I'm just going to go to the weaker flank. Usually when I'm in low tiers, I try to help out where I'm needed more than going where I want to go. So since I see a lot of people are going into the 8 and 9 line, I just want to kind of make sure this flank is sturdy enough that it doesn't just collapse. Some weird sounds coming out of that thing. I haven't really passed by that before. The thing with this map though, after the changes, I don't really like the 8 and 0 line. It's like, yeah, it's opened up a little bit more, so there's more than one route. But I find focusing on the 2 and 3 line, unless if I'm in like a medium, since it is just one lane and there's usually less people over here, I can kind of inflict more damage and kind of hide a little bit with if I have armor like an E3 or E100, because both sides have these little corners that you can kind of side scrape around. Now I missed that, but I did not want to sit out there. With him aiming there though, I don't want to get hit by him. Okay, our team's not doing too good. Oof. He's lucky he had a fire extinguisher. And I'm lucky I actually hit him. But if you're in a tank at tier 6 that's going to be the bottom tank, KV2 is not a bad option. And I just overshot him, of course. There we go. Yeah, I took a little bit of stupid damage there, but at least that tank's almost dead. Now I can't pop back out and get one-shotted, so I'm actually gonna refocus on this Tiger P. I should have a decent shot on him from up here. Come on, KV3, move back. I don't know how that T-34 is struggling with the KV-3, but maybe it's just a positioning thing. Where the fuck did he go? He's not that fast of a tank. I'm confused. Really? I didn't think he was that fast. But, oh well. I was a little worried there for a minute, but it seems like we pulled ahead. There we go. Another person with an automatic fire extinguisher, though. Okay, I might be shot here, but hopefully I can make it across safely. T-43 will spot him if he's heading to our base, so I'm just gonna head up here and see what I can't see. Yeah, there he is, but I definitely can't hit him as I aim in. I haven't unlocked the Object 430 yet, but I did write about it on Walkover. It's under the clan section. I have it as far as like Clan Wars tank roles and which Clan Wars tank would be right for you. I kind of give a little overview of the 3 Russian medium tanks, but pretty much, yeah, the Object 430, it loses a bit of damage potential, but its armor is pretty good. As far as which one would be better, I think the 430 is pretty good, but the tank before it, the 430 Mark II, I think it is, I'm not so hot about that. I really don't like that turret setup it has. It has really good mobility for the tier 9, but you can't actually flank people because your turret doesn't turn all the way around. But the Object 430 at tier 10 is pretty good in my opinion. The armor on it's angled pretty well, so you actually can use that to your advantage and make yourself immune. But as far as this match goes, just under 3,000 damage. Pretty good for tier 6 and a tier 8 match, I must say, but the KV-2 does that. So next up on the list, let's try the IS-4. Now the IS-4 at tier 9 is a good tank. Tier 10, it needs a little bit more help. Its armor's okay, but it's not good enough to where you can reliably rely upon it. But at least it does have a decent amount of HP. Its gun, it's a pretty good gun, but at the same time I'm not a big fan of it, just because of the aim time, accuracy, and the accuracy on the move. But it's not a bad gun. Pretty much it's kind of like a beefier T110E5 that sacrifices a bit of mobility and gun comfort for more HP and more armor. Now, I'm hoping that people, let's see, okay, So it looks like they're heading over there. That's good. So I want to make sure that enough people were heading on that side. I'll take the fall and head down the 8 line to my death. I only say that because I'm expecting either the E100 or the 183 to be down here. And the 183 especially can penetrate my upper glacis just by looking at me, unless if I angle it. So I definitely want to push as far as I can, just so I give these TDs some breathing room. If I can get myself up to D7 and pin the enemy in C8, that'll especially help them. But that's only if the enemy didn't get down here quickly. I got seen from something now.
Повреждение гусеницы. Увеличен. Пробитие.
Okay, looks like they're bailing, but at the same time they have better shots on me from up there.
Пробитие.
I'll try to finish this guy off though.
Гусеница разбита. Движение невозможно. Можно ехать.
Armor is very good against tier 8s though, but that's partially the reason why it got moved to tier 10. It's because at tier 9 it just murdered most of the tanks it faced. But this 183 is going to be a problem. So I want to be very careful with him. I think he's still aiming at me. I guess he wasn't. Well, that worked out pretty well. I am going to head back to... I'm tempted not to go back to the base. I'm actually going to choose a different route, just go up here. I don't want to cap just because those people are kind of close to our base and there's only 2 tanks between them and it. So I'm actually going to slowly climb up here and then go through the middle. But when in doubt, go back to the frickin' base. Just make sure I don't get stuck on anything. Didn't want to go off a steep ledge just in case if I get stuck. I don't know why he's freaking out. I'm heading back. Someone else can cap. I'd rather make sure that we don't get capped out though. Yeah, I haven't really live streamed very often. I haven't really had time. I've been pretty busy. My hours are a little weird for work, but I'm gonna try to live stream a bit more, and I will be doing it on YouTube, as you see, not Twitch, just because most of you guys who follow me and the subscribers, you guys are over here on YouTube, and the way it sets up, I'll kind of post these live stream events. They're called live events over here, and you can actually see them on my channel. I'm gonna try to do it at least a day ahead of time, and it'll give you a URL, the time I plan on being on, It can start earlier or later. That way, kind of gives you guys a little bit of a heads up. Looks like they went back to the flag though. I wasn't really expecting that. I kind of thought that they would continue to push since that was their only option of winning in my mind, but at least they thought that they were doing something good, but at the same time they just pushed right into all of our tanks. Let's see if I can't catch up with this E100 before he dies, but I highly doubt I will. Only because T110E3, as you see, or not see, but it cruises right around, I think, 36 kilometers an hour it averages over most terrain. It goes a little bit faster on just level ground or going a little bit downhill. IS-4, it took me quite a while to actually get up to 35 here. As you see, a lot of the time just going up little inclines back there. I was averaging 28, and it just kind of sucks going that slow, since you miss a lot of the action if you don't pick the right route, just to run into a bunch of enemies. Anyway, pretty decent match. I definitely got a little lucky just running into a bunch of 8s, but 2,379 damage, just under my HP's worth, but it's pretty good, and I spot it for a decent amount of damage because those 2 TDs were behind me, and that one guy really helped out. So overall, not a bad game, not anything special, but I'll take a win, especially after today. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do one more match here. Let's pick the 183 and see if I can't do a little bit better this time. Now, as far as my next stream goes, it probably won't be until, I'd say, early next week. Generally with my work schedule, I'm busier on the weekends.
Up and at 'em, lads.
Kind of debating where I want to go. Think I am gonna chicken out from going to the middle. Usually, even in something like the 183, I get into the top of F6, F7. That way I can fire into the 9-0 line and fire and head up the 8 line. However, I don't actually trust my team, which I'm kind of glad I didn't go there now, to actually provide enough support that I'm not going to be flanked and basically overwhelmed. But just with that one tank there, I'm going to take the safer route where this 121's doing. Going through this way, you can probably increase your chances of living, I'd say, by at least 50%. Going to the middle, it's hit or miss whether you're actually going to stay alive. But at least this way you can see if the enemy rushes or not. It's kind of wanting that 57 to pop back out. But I guess he's a little smarter than the average bear. Now I can't push up the 8 line with that 57 and 183 looming over me. But what I can do is hopefully get these guys to push up, and I'm gonna focus more on the town side over here. There we go. And I fucking missed him. Hooray. There we go. That guy saw me, but I don't know what he was thinking. Alright, so their base is being flanked pretty well. I'm gonna continue to head into town just so I can help out this IS-3 over here. But our base is definitely a little weak. I'm actually not gonna try to engage these guys too quick. Okay, thought I would have been able to shoot him from here, but I wanted to move up further just to put a little bit of distance. I think there's a T-32 over here as well. So hopefully he's past me. Or no, he hasn't. And I missed. Go figure. I'm just gonna run away from this guy, actually. I'm more concerned about that E4 now. I thought I would have been able to catch the T-32 going down the beach, but it just wasn't the case.
We can barely turn it. We've slowed down. We've lost the track. We're got them.
Don't shoot me again.
Track repaired. Drive on.
Okay. So, I wasn't able to kill that guy. He got ganged up on. Kinda wish I didn't use my repair kit though, because now my engine's damaged. But yeah, one of the things with the 183 is someone just said in chat is you really want to watch your reload. Even though I play the 183 pretty aggressively, I always try to push the spots where I at least have a little bit of backup so enemies can't really swarm me to kill me as I have my 25-second reload. So I might as well just go drown myself because I'm moving like a mouse right now. But I do think this is going to be my last game. And as I said a little bit earlier, I'm going to try to stream a little bit more often here on YouTube. I'm gonna try to give 24 hours notice. It'll be right on my channel page. It'll say live event upcoming, and when I'm actually streaming, it'll put a video up on the channel page as well. Most likely it'll be more weekdays, right around 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time zone for the US. And this match I pretty much did not do anything. Killed 2 things, but didn't do much damage at all. But a win's a win. But I'm going to try to stream a little bit more. I know I've been doing mostly tier 10s the past 2 days, but I will try to mix it up a little bit and kind of go over the other tanks I have in my garage, especially some premium tanks, just so people who don't own some can kind of see how they play and how they perform. But anyway, thanks for watching. As I said in the last live stream yesterday, feel free to like Watt Guru on Facebook. You can just search for it, or there's links to it in on top of my website, wattguru.com, and on my channel page there's a little button for Facebook as well. But for every 250 followers, so 250, 500, 750, I give away a gift shop package. Same with YouTube, that's at wattguru. And I'm still going to be doing the giveaways on wattguru.com for like special events and around the holidays, some bigger giveaways. On Facebook and Twitter, it's just going to be like little gift shop packages here or there. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel on here if you're not, to stay updated with live streaming, event times, and all the other normal videos I do for World of Tanks. And thanks for watching, and see you around.